Today, we are finally back, and we're going to be fishing an absolutely loaded neighborhood pond. Welcome back to TCT Bass Fishing, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are finally back with a fishing video for you guys. After quite some time, we did have a top 5 spring baits video and a lot more content coming for you guys. We were absolutely loading up with content for spring break. But man, y'all stay tuned because we got a big video for you guys today. We're back at All Reliable. If you've been with this channel for quite some time, you know All Reliable always produces fish for us. So stay tuned because today we are going to catch some fish. We have caught a 5-pounder here. We're going to roll that clip.
My gosh, that's a giant, boys. Let's go! Let's go!
But man, like I said, that 5-pounder was a sick fish, man. We caught it right over here in this little creek on a day it was honestly a hot day. We caught so many fish that day, and right at the end, the last fish we caught that fish and called it a day. But anyway, man, we are back out here, hopefully trying to find that fish again. But nonetheless, just trying to get on some fish and get some fishing content for you guys, because I know y'all been waiting for it. And without further ado, man, make sure to stay tuned. Look out for these discount codes today, because we got a lot of discount codes for Googan products, WaterLand products, and other products. So make sure to stay tuned. But without further ado, make sure you please like and subscribe and enjoy the video. And let's go out there and catch some fish, and I'll see you at the water. Let's go. Alright, you guys, we're at our first rod and reel setup today. We're going to start off with our spinning rod and go off with a little confidence approach here. We haven't caught a fish on camera on the YouTube in about 4 months now. And we're going to start off with a confidence bait here, and a bait that always gets it done. That's going to be our Googan wacky rig setup right here. This is the Lunker Log Watermelon Red. And we're going to cast this boy out there and hopefully get on some fish. Make sure our drag's pretty tight, or relatively tight at least. And here we go. This is a bait that always out here gets it done normally, and we're hoping that it gets it done today. This spot has provided so many fish for the channel. We've sat in this spot one time post rain and caught about 20 fish and landed a 5-pounder right at this very spot. So we're hoping we can have some similar luck today. Here's fish. First fish of the day, boys. Right here, Googan wacky rig. Googan wacky rig, just like a wacky worm just flew off right when we put him in the water. Here we go. First fish of the day right here. Hook is in that mouth. That's nice. Got some melanation here, right here. We're gonna check him out on the bigger camera, get some better quality shots of this boy. But let's try to get this hook out real quick and get him back in the water. All right, the hook is out just like that. There's a hook. Got our fish. Let's go check him out on the bigger camera and then re-rig our wacky rig. All right, you guys, and just like that, we are back, man. We got our first fish of the channel back after a few months here. Check this fish out right here. Absolute beautiful fish. It's got some melanation on this side of its body here. As you can see, these black dots. Pretty cool, pretty sick looking fish. But honestly, man, this is a great way to start the day. Not a very big fish at all, as you can tell. He's like maybe a pounder. But we're gonna get him right back in the water and get to fishing, because man, this could be a great day. Wacky rig got it done, got our confidence up to start the morning, and we're gonna keep fishing that wacky rig a little bit and probably switch over to a chatterbait or spinnerbait and try some different techniques. But one last look at this fish before we put him back in the water. Absolute beautiful, so admirable, although it is small. Let's get him right back in the water and keep fishing. All right, you guys, first fish back after quite some time here. Not a big one, but still a great way to start off our fishing day here. Should get him right back in this water, get a good release in this fish. Absolute beautiful fish. He's ready to rock and roll. And there he goes. Let's get right back to it. All right, you guys, that was a great start to the day right there. We got our first fish on like our first cast with the wacky rig, but now our wacky rig hook is now completely empty. So we're gonna put that in the grass right there and get into our Baitium backpack right here and look for our lunker logs, saucy swimmer. I think it's right here. We got our Googan lunker logs right here. Code TCT10, 10% off on these boys. This will get you some fish right here. As you can see, we got our fish in like our first cast with a lunker log. I told you, man, it's a confidence bait for me, and it should be a confidence bait for most of the country, because man, this thing always gets it done. No matter the condition, it's a nice slow bait. It can be quite boring, I'm not gonna lie, at times if you're fishing it for too long, because personally, I don't like the sitting and waiting aspect of fishing too much. I get impatient, but this is a bait that if you are patient, this will get it done, and it will fix your day from a skunk, and you'll come home with the fish just like that. That's all you gotta do. Put the hook right through it just like that. flops around. It comes off pretty easy, but they also have a rubber band technique to help you save some lures and not lose them as much, but I've just never done it. But anyway, this is the rig right here, watermelon red. Get ready, lock back in. We're going right back in the water. Let's go. I'm gonna cast right in this corner over here. This corner over here has actually put us a lot of luck. As you saw, we had our first fish a little bit more that way, but we're gonna cast another one in this corner over here. Let it sink, and we're gonna give it a couple pops. Nothing too crazy, just some light little pops to give it a little bit of action. It's a very light bait, so you don't want to do too hard of pops, or too dramatic. The slightest little tap will do a lot. Oh, that was a big fish. Did y'all see that? Holy, it came up right here. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a bass, but look, I had it. It got a gill. I don't think that was a bass, dude, but it got a gill. You see that right there? Check that out. Check that out on the camera, dude. I just hooked the fish. I don't know if I foul hooked it or what, but look, I got a gill. Hold on. Look at this gill we just caught on this wacky rig. I think we foul hooked him or something, but we got a gill with the wacky rig, as you can see right here. Absolutely jammed him, but I don't know. We're gonna take that thing off, I guess, and get right back to it. I don't know why I kept calling it a gill. I just realized I was calling it a gill the whole time. It's a scale. I don't know why I kept saying that. Yeah, that was a big fish, dude. I don't know what that was. I would say it was a catfish, but catfish have scales. I feel like I've never felt a scale on a catfish. That was kind of weird. I don't know what kind of fish that was. If you could tell what kind of fish that was in that little clip right there, let me know, because that was quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Let's cast it right up against this waterfall and see if we can get it. There's rocks right under this waterfall right here, and that's what we're gonna call it. I don't know if the right word for it is we call it a runoff too. Waterfall runoff little thing right here, but whatever it is, there's always fish hanging around. There's rocks right here. You can see during the day when it's all lit up. There's when the water clarity is fairly decent, you can see the rocks all at the bottom. Try this little runoff. This runoff produces fish too. That one's just the one I've had a lot more luck at, but I mean, I haven't been here in 6 months. The way of this pond could have completely switched up on me. So we're gonna try a little bit of everything to kind of get back into this place and see if it's still a good fishery, honestly. I mean, it's been always in the past, but it's a pond, neighborhood pond. It could have got pressured over recent time, and it could not be that good anymore. You get a lot of fish that get caught, hooked in the gill and die, or just get slammed all the time and don't eat as much. You never really know. Well, we got a leaf there for a second. We drop it right against the runoff little thing. Nothing right here, man. This pond is kind of interesting right now, I'm not gonna lie. Normally we can catch a few fish pretty quickly right here. Kind of slow this morning. We did get here after the fountain turned on, which I don't know, could play a factor, could not. I feel like at this point I've always had less of a successful time when the pond fountain is on. I think a little more cast farther out. They could be deeper. Like I said, when this pond's not full and there's not water to the brim, it is pretty shallow right here. It's about 2 or 3 feet. If we cast a little further, it gets deeper. Could be fish out there. Thought we had one there for a second. What did we do? There's fish. Oh, it's a dink. Oh, it's a dink. Oh, here we go. A little feisty dink. He's a fat one though. He's small, but he's fat. Look at his stomach on him. Kind of catching him right now. Got two. Look at him right here. Little boy. Fat little stomach on him. Let's check him out on the camera. He's a little fatty. All right, you guys, second fish now on the wacky rig. Here we go. A little dink. Smaller than the last one. As you can tell here, get a little look on him. Nice little 4K shot right here. Beautiful fish once again, but look at him. He's a little fatter than the last one. Ready for that spawn, but man, we're gonna get him right back in the water and get right back out there and try to land another fish. Hopefully a bigger one, but it's just nice to catch a fish. It's been quite some time. Let's go catch another one. All right, you guys, second fish of the day right here. A little small one, but a little chunky, but we're gonna get right back in that water and get him ready to go. He's ready to take off, and there he goes. One more fish on the wacky rig and we'll switch it up, if possible. If not, then we'll just switch up. We're not gonna force a wacky rig fish for the next hour, but we're gonna try. But so far we got 2, so we got the day rolling. The skunk is off the board, thank goodness. I've gone fishing twice recently, trying to get a video out for you guys. I went night fishing with my girlfriend one time, and then we went out to a lake another time with my girlfriend, and we literally got skunked both times. It was absolutely miserable and very frustrating, honestly, as we're trying to get back into the rhythm of fishing, back into posting weekly videos for you guys, and we go out twice and don't catch anything. Actually, that's a lie. One of the times we did catch one fish, but my girlfriend caught it in the first 3 casts with a chatterbait, and I was fishing for 3 hours and didn't catch a single fish. So sometimes it'd be like that, but we got one right now, actually. There's a fish right there. Here we go, boy. That's a little better one than the last one. Oh, he's a fighter. Let's get him back up here. Oh, yeah. That might be the best fish of the day right there. Not too good, not too big, but he's not terrible. Go check him out right here. Get him off this hook. He's a little fat one too. They're getting ready for that spawn. They're fattening up, getting ready. We lost our lunker logs. We're gonna have to go rehook, but there's our hook and there's our fish. Probably the best fish of the day right here, a little fatty. Let's check him out on the camera. All right, you guys, fish number 3 now. Probably the best fish of the day. He's about the same length as the first one, maybe a little shorter, but he is a little fatter. The first one we caught was a little skinnier. He's a little fatter right here, as you can tell. Camera's locked in now, bet. But let's get a good look at this fish. We're gonna get him right back in the water. He's a little feisty one, but he's ready to go. Check him out. Beautiful fish right there, but we're gonna get him right back in this water and try to get another one. We might re-rig the wacky rig, give it a little bit more. I said the third fish, we'll switch it up, but we caught that fish in like a minute after me saying that. So we might be able to catch one more, and then we'll switch up to the Googan Zinger, chatterbait, and all these other things. So man, let's go catch another fish and get this boy right back in the water. Let's go. All right, you guys, fish number 3 right here. A little chunky, ready for that spawn. We're gonna let him go. He's a good looking fish right here. And we're just gonna let him swim away. There he goes. Beautiful fish, beautiful release. Let's go catch some more. All right, you guys, we're making our way back to our Baitium backpack right here. This thing is absolutely sick. So many pockets, so much space. And we got our Googan lunker logs right here. Back with our watermelon red flake, 5-inch Googan lunker logs. I'm gonna open this bad boy up and see what we can get going here. There we go. Right back with our Googan lunker log. Grab that boy right in the middle and just stab it, dude. Just stab it in there, give it a little dangle, and it's ready to go. Check that boy out. That's all you need right there. That will catch you all the fish you need. Let's go catch another one. All right, you guys, we're right back out here. We got our 3rd fish now on the day. We're gonna go a few more casts here with the wacky rig and see if we can't catch a 4th. Because man, it's not broke, so why are we gonna fix it, man? We're catching fish, and if we catch one more, I think we'll switch up to a spinnerbait or something like that. I like coming out here and fishing with this wacky rig and just trying to get on some fish, but also I want to catch some fish some different type of ways. We got a little swim bait we want to try out. We got the spinnerbait we want to try out. Of course, I want to throw a chatterbait, but a chatterbait never really seems to work here. I don't know if I've caught a chatterbait fish at this pond. There's not much grass or vegetation. That's kind of where you want to fish the chatterbait, through some little grass and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, but some light grass is where I like to fish them, on the edges and stuff like that. But there's not too much of that here. It's really just rock and cement bottom. Not too much to work with when it comes to that category. All right, let's get one cast over here. We'll go back over there and do a couple more. Then we're gonna completely switch off the wacky rig for now until we get on this backside. We'll cover this water with like a spinnerbait. And we're definitely gonna throw a bandito bug and a shaky head at that fountain. Come on, boys. All right, we're gonna throw a few casts right here. We're gonna call it good with this bait for now. Move over to the Googan Zinger. All right, let's go switch up. Wacky rig did its thing, caught us 3 fish. We're happy with it. We I mean, the last couple times we've gone fishing, we haven't caught anything. So far we're having 3 times as good of a day as we've had the last couple times I've tried to come out fishing. Of course, y'all didn't know about it because I was about to post a video with me getting skunked 2 times in a row. But we are now here and have some fish under our belt. So let's see if we can keep it rolling, keep it going. Wacky rig's ready to go, back in its little rod sleeve, and let's see if we can catch some more fish. All right, you guys, we have now made the switch to the Googan Zinger right here. As you can see, this is the bait we're gonna be tossing around now. The Googan Zinger, a nice little Googan spinner bait. We're gonna throw it around. If you want a discount code TCT10, save 10%. But this is the bait we're gonna be using. Had a lot of success on this recently. Before we stopped videoing, we caught 2 5-pounders in a 2-week span on this exact bait right here. The Googan Zinger, this one and the white one, absolutely put in work. My favorite 2 spinner baits, no doubt. We're gonna go right back out here and try to catch a fish. Hopefully on the Googan Zinger, hopefully we can catch a couple on the Zinger, and then we'll switch up to the rattle trap and things like that. And then we're gonna attack the fountain over there with a slim shake, shaky head, and a Texas rigged bandito bug. Stay tuned, we're gonna hope to land some more fish. Hopefully we land one here pretty quickly with the Zinger so we can keep things rocking and rolling. Let's go. All right, you guys, we are gonna stick to our word here, and we are gonna do the Googan Zinger. We talked about it too much, I feel like we have to throw it now. But we're gonna throw this for a little bit, and then we're gonna move on to the Googan little crankbait, lipless crank that we have. So for now, we're gonna throw this Googan Zinger and try to hook a fish. They could be wanting a more moving type bait this morning. We caught 3. It wasn't a fast 3, but we did catch 3 on the wacky rig, which is nice. This way we can cover a lot more water and a lot less time as well. The thing about the wacky rig, it's very slow with covering water. but you do catch them, so it's hard to complain. See if we can't land one here with the Googan Zinger. We've had a lot of luck with it recently. As I was saying earlier, right before we stopped recording for a couple months, we caught 2 5-pounders in 2 weeks with the Googan Zinger. Absolutely put in work. Let it sink a little bit. Here we go. There we go. Googan Zinger gets it done. Right here. Stay in there. Come on. Here we go. Woo! Second fish of the day, or fourth fish of the day. I don't know why it even resulted to saying second fish, because we've been catching them, but this is going to be our fourth fish of the day right here on the Googan Zinger. Check him out right there. Googan Zinger. And we'll take that bait out. Oh wow, actually slipped out very easy. Googan Zinger right here. Great bait. Loving it. All right, you guys, fourth fish of the day right here on the Googan Zinger right here. First fish on the Googan Zinger, fourth fish of the day. This fish is a great fish as well. Beautiful. Not exactly too chunky, but it's got a little something going there maybe. We got some melanation spot right here on the back tail. Check that thing out. That's cool. Some of these fish have some black dots. Oh, it's on both sides of the tail, as you can see. Right there, got another spot. We're gonna get this boy right back in the water. You can see where I hooked him right here on the side of his face with a little piercing right there. But we're gonna get this boy right back in the water and keep doing that Googan Zinger. It didn't take too long until we caught that fish, so let's see if we can't get right back out there and catch another one. Let's go. All right, you guys, fourth fish of the day right here. Another little small one, but we are at least out here catching some bass. It's always a good time. We're gonna get this boy tossed right back in the water right here, and he's ready to go. All right, you guys, and just like that, we caught a fish with the Googan Zinger. Amazing spinnerbait right here. Use code TCT10 to save 10% on that spinnerbait. But without further ado, man, we're gonna keep throwing this thing around for a little bit. And once we're done with that, we're gonna attack the fountain over there with a Slim Shake Googan Shaky Head and a Texas Rig Bandito bug, and see if you can't catch some fish on the fountain. Attacking the fountain is normally a pretty effective way in ponds with fountains. I like dragging at the bottom because I don't like throwing rattle traps and stuff like that at the fountain. I've lost too many baits getting tied up in the cord or whatever the heck is down there that attaches to the fountain. But we're gonna stick to the Zinger for now and try to catch some more fish. We're actually gonna change the batteries on my GoPro real quick because this thing is running low. We're about like 20%. We have like 12 batteries in there, so we're good. But let's go change our batteries, get this spinnerbait ready to go, and go catch some more fish. Let's go. All right, well, we got our Googan Zinger fish. That's what we were hoping for. We caught one of those. We're gonna try to catch one more, and we might switch up to the rattle trap and attack this middle of the pond here. It's nice catching a fish on a moving bait. It's a completely different bite and a completely different feeling than catching it on that wacky rig. It's honestly, I like it more, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I liked fighting the wacky rig on like the lighter rod and the spinning setup because the fights are like harder because it's such a light rod. But honestly, I think I like the moving bait bites even more. They just come so unexpected. And your reaction time's got to be there for the hook set and everything. It's pretty fun. All right, man, we fished this spot now for quite some time. Not too much on the Zinger, but a lot of time on the wacky rig and stuff like that. We're gonna now switch up and attack the center fountain here. Bring all of our rods and baits and cameras and bags and everything over to around that spot over there in the pond and see if we can't catch some fish. And we're gonna work our way around this pond, try to fish the entire thing before we call it a day. But we're gonna try to attack that center fountain. We've had some luck there before, but we're gonna try to see if we can't get some more luck today. Let's go check it out. All right, you guys, the time has come now. We're making the switch here. We're going to the Googan Slim Shake right here. This is a nice little shaky head lineup right here with a Cast King reel, thanks to that little deal we got going. Nice little mega jaws. But here we go right here. The Googan Slim Shake is ready to rock and roll. We're gonna throw it at this fountain and kind of drag it at the bottom, give it some pops, and see what it can do. Let's try it out. All right, we got our Googan Slim Shake here. Let's chunk it at that fountain. I already know I'm crossed up on the cord right now. That kind of sucks. Not exactly sure how I like that, but we're gonna leave it. I don't exactly think it's gonna be very useful if we catch a fish though. There's some muck down there or something. I like fishing these bottom dragging baits because you can feel kind of what's at the bottom and get an idea of what to throw. All right, we're gonna switch up now to the Bandito bug. We gave the Slim Shake a little chance, and now we're gonna try the Bandito bug out here. We're just trying a bunch of different things out. We want to start fishing a little faster because we spent about an hour and a half at that first spot, and honestly, The morning bite could be fading away here pretty soon if I don't pick up speed. We're almost at 9 o'clock now, and we got here at about 7, so it's almost been 2 hours. We can kind of speed things up here and try to get on some fish a lot faster and more effectively. We're gonna try to speed up the way we fish. We definitely just gonna throw the wacky rig, which slows us down a lot, but we just want to get on some fish here and hopefully get our numbers up. After this cast of the bandito bug, we're going to actually throw the rattle trap in this area, see if we can't get on a fish. Now let's see if we can't try the rattle trap here. Switch up from the bandito bug. We threw this in the slim shake just a little bit, not too much, but I'm trying to pick up my pace here so we don't lose this morning opportunity. I feel like by 10 o'clock, it's kind of cooked. Maybe not cooked, but I think we have less of a chance. But let's switch it up here to the Googan clutch. All right, you guys, we're switching up our approach now. We're going a little bit faster. We threw the Googan bandito bug. We threw the slim shake a little bit, but now we're gonna throw the Googan clutch right here. This is a bait we've had success on. This is a color we actually haven't thrown before. Great bait. We've thrown the Flamin' Hot. We've thrown the chrome colors and stuff like that. But today, we're gonna try this one out right here. Code TCT10. Save 10% off on this bait anytime you want. Any other Googan apparel or anything like that. But man, let's see what we can get into here. We're gonna pick up our pace a little bit, throw this Googan clutch, throw it out, slow retrieve all over the place, fan cast this place and see if we can't hook into a fish. And then we're gonna go over back in this corner over there in this little wall and try to hook some on a wacky rig or a spinnerbait again. But man, stay tuned. We might even throw some of the bigger Bass Mafia Zowdane swim bait, so stay tuned for that. But let's go catch them and let's hope that the Googan clutch can land us a fish. Let's go. All right, y'all boys, we got the Googan clutch here now. We're gonna give this thing some cast and just chunk it out there. Completely yeet this bait across the pond and just slow retrieve it and see if we can't hook into some fish. This is a bait you just want to throw. We get some quick reaction bites potentially off of and hopefully land some big ones doing it. There we go, just like that. A little boy on the Googan. Oh, he came off, no way. Well, that was a little one, but that was a Googan clutch right there. First cast, we hooked onto a fish. That's pretty cool. Let's do it again. There we go, we got that cast out there. Slow retrieve. See if we can't do it again. Here's a little small one. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of okay with losing that fish for the sole fact that that fish was so small and I don't have my pliers with me. So sticking my hand in that small of a fish's mouth with this double treble hook is kind of sketch, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm okay with losing that fish at that time. Normally I'd hate to lose a fish, but a fish the size of my hand, I'm not trying to stick my fingers down its throat to get this hook out. But it was cool to see our first cast right there on the Googan clutch. A nice little switch up in baits, a nice little switch up in pace. Actually worked out pretty effectively there. That's a better one. That's a better fish right there. Oh, I lost him too, no! You can see him right there. Oh my gosh, it's the second fish we lost on the Googan clutch. Back to back right there. He felt better, but I don't think I had him hooked. I think I had him hooked a little awkwardly because I mean it felt kind of big and then he came up and he was like a pounder. That was interesting, but that's 2 fish already on the Googan clutch pretty quickly right there. Not getting great hook sets on them, I guess, but man, that's 2 fish pretty much back to back. Let's see, throw it out there again. We got 2 hits. We got 2 fish basically. We didn't land both of them, but we do have 2 bites and 2 fish that stuck all the way up to the water right here. As soon as they jumped out, we need to keep them down, I guess. All right, y'all boys, let's do this. Let's make a move here. We got 2 hits on the Googan clutch. All hooks are good, and it's a pretty successful Googan clutch thing right there. We're gonna move around the other side of this pond, back over there, and start trying to nail some fish over there, and speed this thing up, and let's see if we can catch some fish. All right, you guys, we now made the switch. We're on the complete opposite side of the pond from where we started. We're gonna fish this bank with spinnerbait and wacky rig and things like that. We're probably gonna throw some Googan clutch again because we threw the Googan clutch for about 5 minutes and got 2 fish. Didn't land either one of them. It got them right up on the bank, and they're both small, or else I'd be literally punching the air over losing fish. But anyway, we're gonna go right over here and fish this bank right here all down the way. We actually have some vegetation on the side, which is kind of new. Normally there's not jack anywhere in this pond, but we got a little something, some might help out. Might even throw a little bit of chatterbait, but stay tuned. We're gonna try to land a couple more fish before we call it a day, and hopefully we get lucky and catch a couple more. Let's go. All right, y'all boys, we're gonna start here with the our wacky rig combo right now. and see if we can't catch any on here. And then we're gonna throw the spinnerbait and some moving baits along the edges. But we want to start off with the slower bait first, before, if anything, we scare any fish off with the moving baits. That is a possibility every time we throw the moving bait. But for now, we're gonna throw this along the edge and see if we can find some fish. There's a little drain pipe hole over there that we like to throw at every single time. But honestly, there's a lot more times than not, there's a fish hiding in it, which is kind of crazy to think. But there's a little tiny drain pipe hole, and there's fish. I've had fish come out of it multiple times. Right now, we just got caught. Are you kidding me? Do not make me throw this off. Not exactly sure if this works with spinning rods, but we're gonna give it a try here. And I don't know if it really should make a difference with the rod, but yes, we got it, dude. That's absolutely clutch. That is huge. I didn't want to break this tip. This rod tip is actually fixed. I fixed it one time and literally put the rod tip back on because it broke. As in broke, I literally broke the rod. I cut the rod down a little bit, and I went to Academy and just bought the rod tip. But I didn't want to break it again because that would make this rod even shorter. What is this rod? It's like a 6 foot. It's a 7'1". It's probably about 7 foot or 6'11" now. But we are actually running out on battery on our big camera, so we need to start speeding things. I've actually never ran out of battery on a big camera, so we are fishing very slow today. And honestly, I think we're using it a lot more than we normally do, but we are taking our sweet time today. So we want to pick the speed up here, throw a Googan clutch, cover some more water, and try to wrap things up here, but land some more fish while doing it. So stay tuned, and let's hope to land them. Our Googan clutch is deployed. We're gonna fan cast this boy from right here. We're pretty much safe from getting caught on at least the pipe. I don't know what lies under the water, but we're pretty clear on that. And we're just gonna fan cast this whole area. This is a perfect area to fan cast. We're just gonna do that for quite some time. Let's see if we can't lean into a big one on a quick reaction bite or something. There's a fish. Stay down. Oh, it's a good one. That's the best fish of the day. Best fish of the day right here on the Googan clutch. Stay down, stay down, stay down. There we go, boys. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, now this is where it gets sketch. I'm not trying to get hooked. There we go, boys. Hook is out of the Googan clutch. Avoided a finger stab. Look at him. He's a pretty good fish. He's about maybe a 1.5 pounds, 2 pounder right there on the Googan clutch. Let's check him out on the bigger camera. Let's go. All right, you guys, the camera is flashing right on battery band. My best fish of the day right here. We're gonna check him out. Check this thing out. About a 1.5 pound fish right here. An absolute beautiful fish, man. This is gonna be one of the final fish of the day. We're gonna keep fishing, but man, this is a great fish. The Googan clutch is actually paying off very well today. Absolutely loving it. But let's get a release on this fish. A little thick one too, ready for spawn. As you can tell, he's ready to go. Let's get him right back in the water and keep throwing that Googan clutch and try to land some more fish. Let's go. All right, you guys, another fish on the day. Our best fish of the day right here. A little thick boy, ready for spawn. We're gonna get him right back in the water, right back in this hole, and let him swim away. There he goes. Beautiful fish. Let's go. All right, boys, let's pick up our rod and keep going, man. I'm glad that fish cooperated while I was trying to take out that hook. That was a lot easier than I was hoping, or thought it would be, to take out that bait. He really didn't flop on anything. I was worried he'd flop around and stick one of those hooks in my finger, dude. I normally always use the pliers, but I left them at home. But I didn't want to fray away from using this bait, because I had a feeling it could be kind of effective today if the slow bites wasn't really getting it. The slow bites have been okay, but we've caught a lot more fish when we picked up the speed today. A lot more active, and a lot cooler bites and bigger fish, as you saw right there. We caught the biggest fish of the day on the Googan clutch right there. That was sick. I was really scared he's gonna spit it out, because the last two fish we hooked with the Googan clutch, they were a little smaller, so they probably bit it a little worse, but they did spit it out right when they got to the bank and right when they started jumping out of water. That fish shook its head, but the clutch stayed on. That was sick, dude. An awesome eat right there. That was awesome. All right, boys, let's pack up this boy. We're gonna throw a little bit of spinnerbait and a little bit of wacky rig, and we're going to call it a day. We're almost done here, trying to land one more fish before we call it a day. But let's see if we can do that. Let's get all of our crap over there. 17 freaking rods and a giant backpack and a tripod with a fat camera on it, and move it to the other side of this pond. Let's go. Let's head up over here. We've caught a fish in this corner before using this wacky rig. We're gonna try it again. Don't wanna get too close, because sometimes getting close, the fish can see you or feel the vibration of your walking. You can scare them away, which is kind of crazy to think, but that's what I've heard. So I'm just gonna believe it. Might as well. Nothing really right there. Let's see if we can throw this boy down there and get lucky. Here we go, boys. Get a fish. That's a good one. Good fish right here. Good little boy. Come on, stay on there. Come on. Stay on. Ooh, let's go. GoPro's at 8%. Please don't turn off. We just caught another boy. This is gonna be the last fish of the day, probably right here. Hit that hook. Oh, it came right out. And look at that right there. Good fish. We're gonna take a look at this final fish on the camera and call it a day. Let's go. All right, you guys, we caught another fish here, man. We wanted to catch one more fish before this camera died and the GoPro died. This is at 8%. This is flashing red, so we gotta hurry up and release this fish and get out of here. Man, check out this fish, the last fish of the day right here. Absolute beautiful fish here. Another largemouth bass. This is another fish to help get our numbers up. We did catch quite a few fish today. We lost 2 over there on the Googan clutch, but we're gonna get a release on this fish, get them right back in the water and get up on out of here. But man, what a day here at the pond to start off the morning. A great day overall. Let's go get a release on this fish. Let's go. All right, you guys, we got our fish. It's gonna end off our day to here. We're gonna get them right back in here. We caught a good amount of fish today. Honestly, don't remember the number since we caught some, lost some. I honestly lost track, but good release on this fish right here. There he goes, beautiful fish. Let's go. All right, you guys, that is gonna do it for today's video, man. I was just recording my outro back at the other pond because you can obviously tell we are no longer at the same pond, and that is because we came back home because this camera died. We had to come back here and charge it up. It was right after we caught that last fish, started recording the outro, and it completely died on us. But man, I want to come back on here and just say I was super excited, man, to finally get back out in the water today and actually land some fish. We landed about 7 or 8 fish today. It was a pretty good day on the water, a good numbers day. Nothing too big, nothing size-wise that was too big. We did get a decent sized fish on the Googan clutch. But yeah, man, it was just nice to get back out there, catch some fish, get our confidence back mainly. Holy dude, the last 2 times I went fishing, I went green light fishing, desperately trying to get on some bass, got skunked. And then my girlfriend and I went fishing at a lake recently too, got skunked again. Well, I got skunked actually. She caught a fish on a chatterbait in her first 3 casts after I got skunked for 3 hours. So I mean, that's how that goes. And then of course we didn't get it on video, so we couldn't make a video with that. So we've been struggling recently to get on a bass, but today finally we woke up early, got on a morning bite, caught about 8 fish, and finally landed some fish. So it was a great time there. But man, we did catch fish on the Googan clutch, the Googan zinger, and the lunker log, man. All 3 of those baits, you can go to GooganSquad.com and use code TCT10 and save 10% on your entire order on all 3 of those baits. But man, it was just good to get back out there, like I said. But I need y'all to stay tuned with the channel because we have so much content coming for you guys, man. We got bait reviews, jumbo updates with some upgrades we got on that boy. And we're gonna go pond fishing, lake fishing, challenges, green light fishing. We're gonna get a green light fishing video for you guys because it is sick, dude. When the bite is on, it's nuts. And we're gonna just do all that, man. We're gonna try to get in a tournament. We're gonna do so many things, man. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure to please like and subscribe and turn those notifications on so you don't miss a single video because we have so much stuff coming for you guys soon. But man, without further ado, I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in and welcoming me back with open arms, man. I'm super excited for what we're gonna get rolling for this spring. But without further ado, man, make sure you please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time when we catch more bass, peace out.